on to our next topic. One wife wrote into Scary Mommy with a secret about their marriage. She doesn't love her husband anymore, and she thinks he feels the same way. Now, instead of throwing in the towel, they have decided to stay in what they're calling a loveless marriage and are apparently happier because of it. Okay, so can a loveless partnership be healthy?
Healthy.
I think, yeah, that's interesting.
I think it can be. I mean, is it what I would want? No, but I think if both partners have agreed, and in this case, it sounds like they were sort of having a lot of tension and fraught energy between the two of them, and then eventually they were sort of like, you know what? I no longer want to argue about things. I just want to be at peace. And they came to an agreement that they both felt the same way. They didn't want to separate because they had all these connections and family and like all these like roots and friendships that they didn't want to abandon and make challenging. Not to mention, I'm sure, a financial component. So I think when people marry for all kinds of different reasons, and I think we should normalize the fact that it's not always going to be exactly the same way it was when you started, but that doesn't mean it necessarily has to be, then you have to like absolutely separate and not be together for the rest of your life.
No, I have a quick question that to the table. Well, this sounds more realistic because I know a lot of the people in my family, I won't call any names, a lot of couples aren't sleeping in the same bedroom. They're just kind of staying together. They've just kind of grown accustomed to each other. It's more like a brother-sister situation. Isn't that more the norm? Are people afraid to talk about that? Is there a stigma about that?
I think you're right. I do think passion and lust ebb and flow in a relationship. But I'm also wondering if this woman, the word love, feelings are hard to quantify. Like, I think it might mean different things for different people. There's not a universal definition of it. For me, I think about love equating it with intimacy. And once you've had, and I mean intimacy with being 100% yourself in front of someone else, where you're not performing, you are absolutely, unequivocally, unapologetically just yourself when you get home. And I wonder if, what am I trying to say? Like that, I think this couple has that.
Yes.
Has that level of intimacy. She's choosing to say it's not love, but I wonder if, according to other people, it might be.
It's an interesting question.
That level of closeness.
Maybe she loves him, but she's not in love with him.
But that's a really interesting distinction, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll be the one at the table who is the hopeless romantic. Hopeless romantic. I too would not want this, and I feel sad for her. I feel sad for him. If you're lucky, you get 80 good years on this planet. If you're lucky, we got one shot at this. I am of the camp of go big or go home, and that means with love too. Now, that doesn't mean that I think everybody should be in love or should be in a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. When I read this situation, I think that she is staying in this not because she is choosing to be, quote unquote, in a loveless marriage. I think she's staying in this because she's given up. And that's very different to me.
Yeah.
There's a resignation in her.
Yeah.
No, she's given up.
Do you think
I read it. The article was that she tried, and
but
maybe
she's just choosing peace now and choosing
peace now.
She's choosing peace now, and also, some people, we have a loneliness crisis on our hand, and if she was to leave, let's assume that she had enough finances to do that. If she's to leave, she's starting over, and maybe she just doesn't want to grow old.
I don't think so.
So then the question is
Absolutely
fear.
not.
Is it fear that keeps people from leaving and embarking on a new relationship? The fear of like, who am I going to meet? Who am I going to start over with?
Yeah.
Who's going to deal with me? And that all those insecurities, and it's easier to stay.
It may be,
No?
but I don't know how old she is. But as you were saying, Jess, long-term relationships, if you've been in them, there's ups, there's downs, there's left, there's right. That's how she feels right now. What's 5 years gonna look like from now? Is nobody on their deathbed says, I'm glad that I did a whole lot of nothing in my life.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that says, talk to people who are on their deathbed. What is it that you want? What's your passion? It might not be this. This doesn't sound like an empowered choice. This sounds like resignation.
It's funny, you just triggered something in me because I'm thinking about, because I took care of my father near the end of his life, and the fear for me would be that I've chosen someone that at the end of my life, I'm like, I made a mistake. I don't in fact love this person, and I wish if I could go back, I would have chosen someone differently, or maybe just kept doing my own thing, and I would have been happier. That, to me, is terrifying.
Interesting.
Terrifying.
Okay.
I wish we could talk to her.
I know.
Find out what's happening.
And hear his side. What's he thinking?
Oh, well.
Suppose he's madly in love.
See, that would be heartbreaking.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.